All right. Yep, that's it. Okay, Catherine. Okay. All right. Okay. Shawana. Okay. Okay. All right. And she needs surgery. Okay. All right. Belinda. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So Ben's aunt there, and then Tim is recovering from knee surgery. All right. Uh, yeah, if you would, Emma's foot has been giving her some issues, and so we've got her a doctor's appointment, hoping to get that bumped up, but she's been having a lot of issues with this one foot. All right. Y- Yes. Yeah, it's still not. It's supposed to have gotten fixed this week, but I haven't heard from him yet. So I told him the girls have a ton of baking to do for this week, but I haven't seen him yet. So r- we may have to. So, all right. Anyone else? All right, unspokens. I know there's several unspokens, so let's be in prayer for those. There's things on people's hearts, so let's be in prayer that the Lord knows, and some of those things that's what is needed. Um, Dana, do we know anything how Jennifer Gruenwald is doing? Okay, all right, very good. Then let's be in prayer for Brother Pierre. He should be leaving out there Friday, Saturday. Oh, it changed. Okay, okay. He didn't tell me that the last time I talked to him. So then he'll be leaving out Monday morning. So let's be in prayer for him as he travels back on Monday. For those that are on social media, he's on there, so you can always hit him up on there, let him know you're praying for him, and so forth. But Lord willing, he'll be home Monday, late Monday night. So, all right. All right. Anyone else? All right, very good. Just hold on to those. We'll get back to those here in just a moment. All right. Who did Jesus say he was calling to repentance when Pharisees asked why he ate with disreputable people? Who did Jesus say he was calling to repentance? Dana? Sinners, that is correct. All right, so match this Jesus to the correct answer. Buried in a tomb with the patriarchs, buried in Bethlehem, buried in a garden tomb near the site of his crucifixion? Dana? Correct. Correct. All right. What did Jesus say a man could forfeit, negating the gain of the whole world? Shawana? His soul. That is correct. All right. What prophet of God challenged 450 prophets of Baal to see whose God would answer by fire? Brandon? No? Elijah. That is correct. All right. That's always the tricky one. Is it Jah or Shah? All right. What prophet resisted the temptation to accept money for healing the leper Naaman, then condemned his own servant to leprosy for taking Naaman's money dishonestly? Not willing to take a chance? Okay. Yes, it was Elisha. If nobody raised their hand, I was going to give Brandon a shot. All right. What was Ruth doing the first time she saw Boaz, the man whom she would marry? Dana. Oh, Jane? Gleaning. That is correct. She was gleaning. All right. True or false? King Ahab was a wise ruler who worshiped Jehovah. Lydia? False. That is correct. All right. Connect the thoughts. He was a favored son. He dreamed of supremacy and had a coat of many colors. Brandon. Joseph is correct. All right. Very good. Until next week. All right. Let's take our Bibles tonight and go to Acts chapter 12. I'm going to read a passage here. Acts chapter 12. Beginning in verse 1, it says, Now about that time Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, and he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Peter therefore was kept in prison. Notice this phrase, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with two chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, Arise up quickly. And his chains fell off from his hands. And the angel said unto him, Gird thyself, and bind on thy sandals. And so he did. And he saith unto him, Cast thy garment about thee, and follow me. And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. When they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which opened to them of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, Now I know of a surety that the Lord hath sent his angel, and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod, and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews. And when he had considered the thing, he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, whose surname was Mark. Notice this phrase, where many were gathered together praying. And as Peter knocked at the door of the gate, a damsel came to hearken, named Rhoda. And when she knew Peter's voice, she opened not the gate for gladness, but ran in and told how Peter stood before the gate. And they, those that were gathered together, the church, praying, said unto Rhoda, Thou art mad. But she constantly affirmed that it was even so. Then said they, It's his angel But Peter continued knocking, and when they had opened the door and saw him, they were astonished, which is somewhat humorous because this is exactly what they were praying for. And yet when it was done, they were astonished. But let's be honest, let's not be the first one to cast stones, because how many times are we astonished when God actually does what we've asked? When we see God do something. So here they are, they were astonished. Verse 17, but he, beckoning unto them with the hand to hold their peace, declared unto them how the Lord had brought him out of the prison. And he said, go show these things unto James and to the brethren. And he departed and went into another place. So here's what we see in tonight in this passage. In verse 12, it says, prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. And then it mentions that this is exactly what they were doing. They were praying. In verse 12, many were gathered together praying. And then, of course, as we get down in towards verse 16 and 17, we see that exactly what they're praying for is exactly what happened. So what we understand from this is that as a church, we ought to spend time together, what? Praying. Now, I'll be honest, we said we were going to be back in our Biblical Baptist Distinctives series tonight. I was ready for it, had everything ready to go, and reviewing things and looking over things, realized that we had not spent our Wednesday night in prayer this month, and so we're going to take tonight and we're going to spend some time in prayer this evening over these on our list. Of course, we've added many things to our list. We have much to be in prayer about. We have also the fact that our Bible conference is coming up in just less than a month. So Brother Dean Herring will be coming and speaking for us that entire week. So we need to be in prayer for that, and that the Lord would give him the messages to preach, and that he would give us a heart to hear and to understand. And then, of course, we've got our summer intern that is coming. Be in prayer for him. And then just the many things that will be coming here in the next few months, as was already mentioned with camp and so forth. So tonight we're going to spend some time in prayer. So we can do that. You can do this a few ways. Guys, you can get together with some other guys and pray. Ladies, get together with some other ladies. Families can get together and break up together and pray together as a family. And let's just spend some time praying over our list, and specifically these things that are coming. Again, the Bible conference that is coming up. We've got our dessert auction on Sunday, Bible conference coming up. We've had several that have been sick and not feeling